Bad things to say at a job interview.
I'm really into diversity. In my last team, I made sure that we had a black, a fruit and a fatty.
The next topic is things you wouldn't hear on Songs of Praise.
Hello, I'm Sister Margaret, and I'm an alcoholic.
OK, the next topic is bad things to say at a wedding.
This is my first gay wedding, so you must be the pretty one.
Bad things to say on a first date.
I want a baby now!
OK. The next topic is unlikely lines to hear in a disaster movie.
It's one story of terror. It's Bungalow Inferno.
Unlikely agony aunt letters.
Dear Auntie, I'm a very, very nervous person, and sudden noises really startle me. In fact, even if I hear a buzzer, a bit of wee comes out.
OK, the next topic is unlikely things to hear at Wimbledon.
Fuck off, Tim!
Unlikely things to read on a health insurance form.
Are you suffering from or have you ever had an STD, you slag? Do you hear voices? No. Are you deaf? No. So you do hear voices? Yes. I'm sorry, you have lied.
OK, the next topic is unlikely lines from a war movie.
I haven't seen a case of trench foot this bad since the Isle of Wight festival. Don't put your stuff in that one. It's got a really catchy edge on it. I call it the Hurt Locker.
Unlikely things to hear in court.
It appears that we have a hung jury. Thank you, gentlemen. You can put your trousers back on now. No, Mr. Coulson, we're not going to tell you your sentence. Instead, we've left a message for you on Hugh Grant's voicemail.
OK, the next topic is things you wouldn't hear in a nature documentary.
Well, it took some pliers and an awful lot of gaffer tape, but I finally got this flamingo's legs on the right way around. And this little fella, this little bird, his head can literally turn 300 and... Well, that's owls, isn't it? And here I am in the shrubbery outside the BBC Centre, and I think I've spotted one. This is extremely rare. It's a female panellist.
Things you wouldn't hear at a party conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome your new leader of the UKIP party. It's Mrs. Chowdhury and her wife, Paula.
OK, the next topic is unlikely things to hear on daytime TV.
Well, welcome back to Dutch daytime TV. Next up, it's Hash in the Attic. Welcome back. Well, we'll see if the police catch them before they actually hand over the drugs. Yep, it's deal or no deal.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
Welcome back to the golf, where Tiger Woods apparently travels with 2 inflatable sex dolls now in case he gets a hole-in-one. Well, that was the speed skating, and now crack cocaine curling. And after the break, join me, Claire Balding, presenting everything. I present everything now. Everything is mine, everything.
OK, the next topic is unlikely things to hear on a gardening programme.
My advice would be don't splash out on expensive gnomes. Do what I do and just simply varnish some small children I found playing in the park. I've got a letter here from Maureen in Doncaster who's asking a question about herbs. In response to your letter, Maureen, I would recommend about £200 for an ounce, and if it's really good shit, 300. Right, welcome to the UKIP garden. Sod the lawns, let's concentrate on them borders.
Unlikely things to hear on a consumer programme.
An important recall announcement now. As it transpires, a large shipment of party poppers was mistakenly packaged as tampons. If you've been tempted to go abroad for cheap boob jobs, you might reconsider after hearing about Sally, who came back from Thailand and discovered her implants had been filled with helium, and now they've gone tits up.
OK, the next topic is lines you wouldn't hear in a kids' film.
And here come Lala, Tinky Winky and Poe, or the Shadow Cabinet, as they're also known. Hello, we're the railway children, except on Sundays when we're known as the bus replacement children.
Unlikely film trailers.
Referendum 2. We'll keep doing it until we get the result we like. Just when you thought the service couldn't be any more appalling, Southern Rail present Snakes on a Train. Referendum 4. Now Ant wants to leave deck.
Unlikely things to hear on a makeover show.
I love what you've done with the bedroom, guys. I love the neutral colours. I love everything, all the new furniture. But what have you done with my beanbag? There was 20 grand's worth of coke in that. This bathroom really is looking exquisite now. We have laid Moroccan tiles on the floor. We've used accentuating tones on the walls. And over here, we've put a brand new shitter.
Unlikely small ads.
Wanted, the internet, as I seem to be the only person in the whole bloody world still using the small ads. Respectable middle-aged lady would like to meet gentlemen for cosy nights in, country walks, theatre visits, and occasional eye-popping anal.
OK. The next topic is things you wouldn't hear on a TV cookery show.
Hi, I'm Nigella Lawson, and before I bake any cake, I like to chop my flour into lines. Right, welcome to Southern Cooking for Northerners. First up, quinoa. What is it and why it can fuck off? Hello, it's Nigella Lawson here again. I'm just going to say the word spatchcock for no reason. Spatchcock.
Things you wouldn't hear in a nature show.
Dawn rises on the Serengeti. Dawn has no idea how she got there. And here we see two majestic birds of prey, or nuns, as they're also called.
The next topic is unlikely chat-up lines.
You had me at hello, which is why most of my friends think I'm a bit of a slag. I like my men like I like women. On a first date, I always like to go Dutch. I don't mean I split the bill, but I'll do some really kinky stuff in clogs.
Things you wouldn't hear on a fitness DVD.
And remember, guys, pain is temporary, except for Tony, who got one of his nuts caught in the trampoline springs. Remember, girls, when it comes to weightlifting, what we're really looking for is a nice, clean snatch.
Things you wouldn't read in a romantic novel.
6'2" and with shoulders so broad, they look like they could carry the weight of the world, and a full, lustrous moustache. Rebecca really was an unusual-looking lady. Sophie looked absolutely beautiful in her flowing wedding dress. Admittedly, it was an odd choice to wear on a first date.
Unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say.
Now on Channel 5, we explore the bizarre underworld of bondage ballroom dancing. It's Come Strictly. If you're sat at home this afternoon and you're not in your 80s, well, this programme's just like you. It's pointless.
Things a news reporter would never say.
Hello, I'm Orla Guerin. I'd really like a hug. And I'm reporting now from the DUP conference this year, which is surprisingly sponsored by Grindr.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Southern Rail, on time, every time. Ladies, feel more confident with Tenor Lady. You're in safe hands.
OK, next topic is things you wouldn't hear in a medical exam.
So we have successfully removed all of the excessive, unsightly, fatty matter, but I'm afraid all that's left is the wig, Mrs. Trump. I'm afraid you have two rather nasty-looking moles on your back, but more worrying than that is the aggressive-looking ferret in your arse. I would shake your hand, Doctor, but I just don't want to drop my stool sample.
Unlikely things to hear on daytime TV.
The lighting system's up, the irrigation system is in place. It's time for Hash in the Attic. Hello, welcome to Bargain Celebrity Hunt, where I'm looking for bargain celebrities. I just found Jedward by the bins.
Things you never hear in a school assembly.
Now, children, I know it's very, very nerve-wracking awaiting your results, but I've got some good news. My results are back. It's all clear. It wasn't chlamydia. Miss Lyons is back in the saddle. In an attempt to move with the times, Mrs. Smith is going to lead us in a rendition of Onward Christian Soldiers to the tune of Stormzy's Big for Your Boots.
The boys will all go in time.